When people ask, what gives you the right to talk about the sport industry? I tell them because I've worked in the industry and I still work in the industry. Besides being a head coach and working with college athletics for a number of years, as well as teaching physical education at the university level, I have had a number of different and interesting jobs in the sport industry. I helped run, for example, the Senior Olympics in Ohio back in the late 80s. I also was the head of marketing for the Women's Professional Basketball League. This is before the WNBA came about. Back in the late 80s when you had Cheryl Miller and you had Nancy Lieberman Klein, you had some of the top stars back in the 80s. I was the vice president of marketing for a basketball league that was featuring those players. And I had a great experience there. It was a wonderful opportunity to learn firsthand how to market. After I got my law degree, though, from Ohio State University, I decided I'm going to go into the law area, where I started practicing law and had a great time learning about litigation and different areas of interest in the legal field. But I fell back to my true love, sport law. And so I started being hired by a variety of different institutions to help defend them in different cases involving people that got injured at these institutions. These were some large facilities as well as some smaller facilities. Maybe it was a fitness facility, maybe a YMCA or Jewish Community Center, or maybe it would be Candlestick Park. Whatever it was, I got involved and got really heavily involved in the safety issue associated with sport facilities. That moved me into an area where I became an expert witness, trying to highlight what are the standards of care to make sure you run a sport facility as safe as possible. Since then, over the last, it's probably about 20 plus years, I have been an expert witness in over 90 cases. These cases range in scope from being the expert witness for the state of Wisconsin in the Camp Randall cases after a stampede at a basketball game involving Michigan and the University of Wisconsin that left 77 people seriously injured and hospitalized, to foul ball cases, hockey puck cases. I've handled major death cases to traumatic injury cases, paraplegia, quadriplegia type of cases. I am known for serving as an expert witness all over the United States and have done cases and am used regularly by institutions such as the Meadowlands, New York Sports Clubs, Madison Square Garden, Contemporary Service Corporation, and even have done a defense case, for example, with Walmart when they had the death of one of their employees at a Black Friday sale. I was the expert witness for them in their OSHA defense case. So I get to be involved with the industry still to this point, handling about 5 to 10 cases a year. And it gives me an opportunity to really engage in the industry, speak at industry events, do research for the industry. So what I do is not for the sake of academia as much as for the industry, where I'm trying to help shape the industry and make the industry as safe as possible. And my success in that area has garnered me a number of different awards from the industry, but also I've been named to a federal task force to reduce workplace injuries, and I am the sole representative for the sport, entertainment, recreation industry on that federal panel. And that takes me to Washington, D.C. and help develop policies and strategies to reduce workplace injuries for people working in the sport industry. So luckily I have been able to engage my experience to really serve my students and to make me a better person, but also to make the industry a better place as well. And that translates back to the students, where it can provide a lot of mentoring opportunities with industry professionals, because I have the industry contacts as well. And I think possibly more important, the respect of the industry. They do not think of me as an academician. They think of me as one of their own who just so happens to be working in an academic environment.